Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the strategy of the connection between the pioneering, apostolic, prophetic, evangelists, the apes, and the shepherd teachers or the settlers. And that is coming up. Hey guys, my name's Mark. Please subscribe to our channel so you get this content right there in your inbox and you don't miss a video. So guys, while we were down in Tampa, Florida, which by the way, we're back in Oklahoma City, we had the great opportunity to connect with several movement catalysts down there and get hands-on exposure to what is happening with the discipleship multiplication that they are leading. And so as we got to get in the trenches with and see hands-on what's happening with the One Body Global Church down there in Tampa, really some light bulbs went off for me around how we can mobilize both the outward-leaning pioneer types and the settler establishers who refine and cause things to be sustainable. We need both, right? And so I really began to see how these things can work together. And specifically, I saw how the target of a common mission field brought these two ideas together. And so first of all, this idea of the APEST, again, this comes from Ephesians 4, where Paul says that God gave some as apostles, some as prophets, some evangelists, some shepherds, some teachers, for the maturing of the bride until, for the equipping of the saints until the maturing of the bride. And so, you know, I saw that there's a place for having a targeted mission field that will allow both to work together. And so the reality is oftentimes the pioneering types want to go to new people and new places. This is the essence of the apostolic, and the evangelistic tends to want to see salvations and those come into the kingdom. The prophetic voice tends to kind of be the bridge between those two camps. But you know, these outward-leaning types, they want to go to new people and new places. The reality is they go and they oftentimes will start a new work, but then there's not enough of a handoff and a partnership with shepherds teachers, and so it doesn't get established. And what's happening down there in Tampa, and the light bulb went off for me, is there was an intentionality around the outward-leaning pioneer types to not only bring along shepherd teachers, but to do it in a targeted, specific geographic location so that there was overlap in experience of mission for both types, which cast vision for shepherd teachers types and brought together the mission in a way that moved forward with common people of peace. And so the outward-leaning pioneer types who find those persons of peace, along with shepherd teachers who find the person of peace, begin to work together and the gifts begin to rub off on one another. So really at the end of the day, this is very simple. God has called us to make disciples by modeling to others a lifestyle that they can duplicate. And so you can't model to somebody if you're not around to actually model to them. So having a common mission field geographically or a people group within a city, and then having overlap of seeing some of the same people, going to some of the same places, causes that momentum to speed up. This is what I have seen. And so as we are leaning into this in Oklahoma City, this is one of the things we are committing to. God, where is the common mission field you're calling our network to commit to? And then there are other networks in the city. How can we work alongside them? But within our network, where are you calling us to commit to dig into, and to begin to serve? And through that process, begin to see some traction, not only as the mission advances, but as different giftings bring their piece to the table and they begin to see what others have and begin to equip for the maturity of the saints. So this is what Paul calls us to do, to walk in the maturity, which means if you are an outward-leaning pioneer, God calls you to integrate and live out some of that settling piece. And until you integrate that into yourself, the culture and the churches you plant are not going to be sustainable. And same thing, the shepherd teachers, until you begin to learn to step outside your comfort zone and lean outward, the churches that you lead will not be healthy and will not be multiplying. So it's both and I think there is some place about this common mission field that they have tapped into down there in Tampa that we have got to learn from and implement in our cities if we're going to see no place left and see North America reached for Jesus. Something about this overlapping geographic space is key. So those are my initial thoughts. We're going to begin to do that in Oklahoma City, and hopefully I'll keep you updated as we do that. Hope that's helpful. Bless you guys.